I'm live. Oh, exciting. Hi, everybody. Carol Star Astrologer here. And I'm going to talk to you about what's going on today with the planets. Okay. Everyone seems to be having problems in all different areas of their life, more than usual. We always have problems all the time, of course. But we've got Saturn and Jupiter, Uranus and Neptune are all retrograde right now. And not to mention the North Node, but that stays in for a longer time. So I'm going to tell you why it's a problem right now. I'm just start simply with Saturn, okay? Because Saturn has limitations, difficulties, problems, and whatever, but it isn't bad. It's a time to think, to plan, to organize, and not look and say, oh my God, terrible things are happening. Because if you think that, probably going to happen. So who's affected by this the most? Well, of course, Saturn is a ruling planet of Capricorns. So Capricorns have been complaining a lot lately, a lot of problems, a lot of issues. But each sign is affected by this in a different area in their life, depending. Okay, a Libra. So we've got Saturn and Capricorn, that's in my fourth house. So maybe I'm having problems at home, or maybe I'm just thinking about redecorating and have a few repairs. It doesn't have to be so serious all the time. So, and it's also if you're looking for a job, and we're talking about the house like the fifth house or the first house or the 10th or the sixth, those are all the work houses. And you're wanting to find a job and you're having problems. You look at your chart and you say, oh my God, Saturn is retrograde. Don't ever worry about that because it's just time to think about it. And maybe things aren't going to work out perfectly just yet, but they will. And the good news on Saturn, it is going direct in November. So things will ease up. Things are going to quiet down softly in your life and you can start planning and going ahead. And Saturn, it stays in a sign for almost 2.5 years. So we have 2.5 years of dealing with it. And when it goes retrograde, things get a little tougher. I don't like to look at astrology as that is awful or this is terrible or, because this is conjunct. You're having some heart problems. I mean, of the heart, of course, romance problems. Not true. Now, I will tell you, when Venus was retrograde way back in August for a while, there were a lot of relationship issues going on with the signs, but it only does that once every 18 months. So you don't have to worry now for quite a while. So we're talking about Jupiter, and Jupiter is in Taurus right now. And so Tauruses have been having a pretty good time. The summer is going to be slow. That retrograde motion comes in and it lasts until the first of the year. So you're going to find that, you're starting new projects, you're meeting new friends, new things are happening, not going as well as you want, but it doesn't mean it's not in the fire and going to happen. So I always find when the planets are retrograde, I sit back and, okay, what can I do to make some changes? And what do I do to say, I'm really grateful for all I have right now and everything in my life, it seems to be okay. Not perfect. Of course, life is never perfect. So when Jupiter goes direct after the first of the year, along with Saturn, now we got two planets that are going to be direct. So I want to talk about the longer range planets like Uranus. Uranus stays in the signs for 10 to 14 years or 10 years. In Neptune, they kind of go back and forth a little bit. Uranus is sudden happenings, things that are happening or quick and whatever. And when Uranus is transiting a house that you're in, there's going to be some changes and things going on. And particularly when it does go retrograde, it can be tough. But who's going to suffer the most? Got to tell you, okay, it's going to be the Aquarius because they're ruled by Uranus. Okay, so they're going to feel it the most. A lot of Aquarians are going through, just some difficult times. But I say that with tongue in cheek, guys. Life is about difficult times. You wake up, how many days do you wake up in the morning and go all day without something like running out of gas or having a problem at work or a customer not calling you back or your kids acting up? Come on, life is life. So we have to look at that too. And so Uranus is going to be going direct, okay, right at but the middle of January, I think is somewhere around there. So Aquarians, you can celebrate then and things will go bad. Now we got 3 down and 1 to go, right? And that is Neptune. Neptune is in Pisces right now, I believe. Yes, it is. And Neptune also is retrograde. So Pisces are feeling different problems and different issues. Now, my husband's a Pisces. And I think life is pretty much the same as it's been. He seems with his work, he's got a little more issues and problems and stuff like that, but nothing really bad. And I think sometimes these retrograde, they go retrograde because they're tired. They want to go to sleep. I'm being facetious a little bit there. But seriously, the retrogrades are not nearly as bad. Now we got 4 of them. And I have got people calling me all the time. My life is a mess. It's because of Uranus, Neptune. I said, that's not why. That's maybe focusing a little bit, maybe pushing the bottle a little bit or the button or whatever it is, to call. But So that's going to be going direct also in January. And so we're going to have everything is going to be going direct. So you think life is going to get simple, wonderful, and perfect? No, it's not. Haha. Life is life, as I say, but things will get better for you. And then I use Venus, Mercury, and Mars for kind of the daily, not the daily so much, because I will use the moon for and sun and moon for daily happenings. But Venus, Mercury, and Mars are also very influential in your life. Just a quick note, Mercury is, when it goes retrograde, everybody loves retrograde motion. And me, Virgo, Geminis, okay, you guys are going to feel it the most because your ruling planet happens to be Mercury. And I know I got Venus, I got Virgo moon and Virgo rising, and I do feel that. Okay, my computer acts up, the printer acts up. I don't get emails. I have people cancel on me. Oh, it is. It will. And now those things happen all year, but they happen a lot during that time. And also Venus, which is your love nature and love relationship. So as I told you, when it went retrograde, in August, a lot of people, Leos, oh my God, every Leo was calling me on the phone and sending me emails, what's going on with my life. So I do know that it pretty much does have an effect, of course. And then Mars is your mental, physical, emotional energy. And so therefore, you're going to find that I find when, let's see, Mars is right now, I'm not sure if it's in Virgo or Libra or Virgo, but it's moving along there. So it's one or the other, and it's going to happen pretty fast. And I know that when it was in Virgo, I feel more tired. I do, because I feel that I have to keep my energy going all the time. And then I'll get these great spurts of energy too. So nothing is cast in stone. Okay. There's a meaning for everything. Every planet has a place in your life and everything is important. But I don't want you to think your world's coming to an end because we got a lot of retrogrades. Okay. It just means let's stop and think a little bit. Things are slowing down. And also, we know the world is, we've got some issues in the world today. So we're feeling them more in the pocketbook and everywhere else. So that's the bottom line. So that's it for today. And I'm going to take up some more fun topics for you. I'm going to come back and see you guys again. And thank you so much for joining me. At least I hope you're going to join me. So I'm going to say bye for now.